As things green up across Oklahoma, you may think that the forage quality is greening up too. Dave, is there much truth to that?
Well, it's definitely greening up and a lot better than the brown stuff those cows have been consuming all winter. But you'd be surprised there's not as much green dry matter there as you might expect. Kind of a standard or average sized cow that's before she calves might need about 28 pounds plus or minus of forage dry matter, feed dry matter. Lactating cow, a lot of those cows have already calved this spring. They're going to need more like 35 pounds of forage and feed dry matter total.
We may think that that is a great opportunity for those cattle to consume that. How much are they actually getting?
Well, that's a good question because, you know, dry matter content is extremely variable. This time of year it's low, it's lush. People refer to it as washy forage, and that's true because there's a lot of water in it. You know, your harvested grass hay is generally going to contain somewhere around 15 to 10% moisture, so it'll be 85 to 90% dry matter. But this forage, the cool season forage like cheat grass and fescue, for example, this time of year is going to be the opposite end of that spectrum. The fresh forage will be somewhere in the neighborhood of, you know, 80 or upwards of 85% water and only 15, 20, 25% dry matter.
How would a producer go about determining how much dry matter there is?
Yeah, well, so that's a pretty simple thing to do, and I thought I'd bring my little props here and just kind of go do a real quick little demonstration this morning. But if you've got a microwave oven, an inexpensive kind of a food scale, and this is probably about a $10 version. You can buy a lot nicer one for $20.
Right.
But you know, this little system would apply to harvesting hay in the summertime, as well as we're looking at the moisture content of this fresh forage. But the principle of how to go about it applies a lot throughout the year. So anyway, really all you need to do is go graze, harvest about somewhere around at least 100 grams of forage, and that's going to wind up being a whole lot more than you think, because you know it's fluffy. And so, just as an example, I've got it on my cardboard here because it's going to give me a lot of surface area to put on my little scale.
Right.
But once of course, you weigh your cardboard first, write the number down, put your pile of forage on there, and I'm hoping that's right around 100 grams. In fact, it is. I weighed it earlier. And then I'm going to scoot that off into my microwavable blue plate. We'll call this session the Blue Plate Special.
I like it.
So anyway, you gather that up, try not to drop any pieces of forage, pop it in your microwave, set it on 4 minutes on high, and just let it dry. Okay, at the end of 4 minutes, you'd pull it out, slide it back onto the cardboard, weigh it again, write that number down. Okay, now once you get that done, you're going to put it back on the blue plate, back to the microwave for another 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Okay, now this time the forage is going to start to get dry. And so you probably ought to go ahead and put a cup of water in the microwave with the blue plate.
To prevent the smoke.
To prevent it from burning, right? And it works awesome. So, and then let it go for two more minutes, pull it out, weigh it yet again, and write the number down. And if when the number stops dropping, it's dry. So this pile of forage here, this is the dried, this is fescue, by the way. This is the dried version of it, and it wound up, this is about 100 grams of wet forage. Dried, that weighs about 20 grams.
Wow.
So this is 20% forage dry matter, 80% moisture.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Dave Lalman.
Yes, sir.
Beef Cattle Nutrition Specialist here at Oklahoma State University.